RVBN, the Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles, great professional wrestling video blogs, great sports video blogs, great MBTA video blogs, great entertainment video blogs, and a whole lot more. Collection of my work goes back to June of 2014 on various social media websites. RVBN, the only video blog on the internet that matters. Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Tuesday, February 21st, 2017, around 4:29 in the afternoon, Belleville, Massachusetts. A mix in sun and clouds today, about 42 degrees. Little snow melting. Tomorrow starts to warm up. 50s and 60s. Chances of rain go up Friday and Saturday. Some news to report on the RVBN Newswire. The LA Lakers have announced they named Magic Johnson president of basketball operations, so congratulations to Magic Johnson. The Washington Nationals have signed catcher Matt Wieners to a 2-year contract, and Burger King has bought Popeye's chicken for $1.9 billion. Wow. And that's about it on the news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in a flash with my second video blog subject of the day. Coming in March, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus fans, send me private messages about what you want to see I talk about on my video blogs. And in March, one video blog each day, beginning on March 15th, will be dedicated to a subject you want me to talk about. But if it's subjects that I've already talking about, I won't talk about them again. So send me in subjects you want me to talk about. That starts on March 15th. RVBN, Belleville, Massachusetts. Time now is 4:31 in the afternoon. Pump it up, 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 pump it up. Get your exercise in. Walk, run, swim, jog, ride a bike, do anything, do everything, and get your heart pumping. Heart health is pretty good. Do it at least a half hour each and every day. RVBN. Time now is 4:32 in the afternoon. I'm back. My second video blog subject of the day is about the nh1 News Network. The nh1 News Network is a digital and website news operations that cover New Hampshire and Boston and Maine news. It's owned by Bill Bennon, and he has nh1 news updates on all the radio stations he owns in New Hampshire. And at one time, nh1 News had a newscast on WBIN TV 50 in Derry, New Hampshire. Background on nh1. In the mid-2010s, Bill Bennon, who owns the soon-to-be defunct WBIN Channel 50 in New Hampshire, wanted to start his own newscast for Channel 50, and he produced it in his offices in Concord, New Hampshire, with the title nh1 News. It made its debut on September 15th, 2014 at 6 p.m. and another newscast at 10 p.m. on WBIN Channel 50 in Derry, New Hampshire. Each was an hour long. The original anchors were Paul Miller and Kiki Vanderkay, and they had some reporters, including Celine MacArthur. They also had Gail Huff as a correspondent, and a few other news personalities. Joe Joyce was the chief meteorologist. The backup one was Ryan Brenton, and once in a while Bill Giles would fill in for either Joe or Ryan. Eventually Paul was replaced by Charlie Sherman as the anchor for NH1 News, and NH1 News basically covered New Hampshire news, some from all over the place: Seacoast, Merrimack Valley, the Lakes region, the White Mountains, plus they did some Boston stuff and Maine stuff. And it was getting some decent ratings for the product. And the WBIN expanded it to have a weekend newscast on Saturdays and Sundays, an hour from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. And they expanded the nh1 newscast on Channel 50 to 2 hours, beginning at 5 p.m. in January 2015. They actually covered a couple of blizzards of 2015, and they were going to expand the news coverage to include mornings, but that never came to be. And NH1 had a presence online, which is pretty awesome. They sometimes simulcast the newscast on NH1 on some of Bill Binnen's radio stations in New Hampshire that he owned. And NH1 News did not have a regular sports reporter or sports anchor, which is very surprisingly. And NH1 News carried some of the New Hampshire primary coverage, and also the presidential races in New Hampshire in 2016, but they had some budget cuts. Some reporters were laid off and they were never replaced, and NH1 News didn't follow through on a morning news broadcast. Eventually they cut back the 2-hour news block from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. They still had 10 p.m. newscast each and every night. And also NH1 News did a Sunday political show called NH1 Newsmakers. In February 2017, NH1 News stopped producing a television news coverage because Bill Binnen, who owns WBIN Channel 50, sold the station to the FCC for the Spectrum auction, and they effectively ended NH1 News coverage on the television, and they are only going to do NH1 news on the website, and maybe do some radio reports on his stations. That's a big blow for NH1 News, because it was a good news coverage, in my humble opinion. It wasn't going to beat WMUR Channel 9 in Manchester for ratings in New Hampshire, but it had a niche, and covering some stuff from Boston and Maine didn't hurt, because WBIN had coverage in those areas, and NH1 News still cover stories on the internet. I just hope one of these days NH1 News does like a streaming online newscast for half an hour. That would be cool. That's about it on NH1 News. And I'll be back later, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+, my third and final video blog of the night, which will be about the MSG WWE Hell Show card from December 30th, 1985. Hulk Hogan facing Macho Man Randy Savage for the WWE Championship. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bennett guy. Molly Osborne, WCCO accent has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart, so stunning. She's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 New York, such a Joaquin Cougar's got the best legs in New York City. Bobby Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet Southern accent, best legs in Raleigh, North Carolina. And Jamie Hirsch of the NHL Network is so cool. Got the best legs on the NHL Network. And in the words of Dee Patel last week, no buzz.